Hey guys, it's Veronica. So it's been a while since I made a video, and while this is not going to be some sort of like how-to video, how to grow this or that, I just wanted to kind of give you a little look into my life, because I've gotten a lot of questions from you guys asking, you know, what is it exactly that you do? You're making these gardening videos and then you disappear for a few months, and I guess the truth of it is that in my heart I'm really a farmer, but farming doesn't really pay the bills. So I spend a few months every year traveling with various clients and working for them as a private chef. I get to go really cool locations and work with really interesting ingredients and spend lots of time in amazing kitchens and gardens. So I just wanted to give you a little look around as far as like what a day in my life is, except it's not really, because I just finished packing. I'm about to fly back to freezing cold New York City from beautiful sunny Uruguay. And yeah, like just kind of capture this in a second and pack it with me as well. So this is the kitchen that I spend all my time in, and it's great marble countertop. It's great for like pasta, bread making, just any doughs really. And then there's always just like an immense amount of produce, some beautiful stuff that came out of the garden earlier. Oh yeah, there's a garden here. And yeah, so I spend probably about, we're gonna go out to the garden. I spend probably about a month or so here every year for like the last, I don't know, 3 years. This is my third year here. And it's a kind of really a magical thing to have access to this giant garden. Wait, I'll back up so that you can see just how big it is. So this garden is completely screened in, and that's just to keep, you know, like birds and horses and whatever else from eating everything. So we'll go inside. So I really love this garden. It's not huge by any means, but it really does get the job done. And you can see it's all raised beds, all irrigation timer. I can make you guys a little bit summer sick for waiting on whatever snow to melt wherever you're at. Because we have lots of tomatoes right now. Get in there. Woo, tomatoes. And lots of basil, which we are going to pinch off because it is going to flower. Alright. What else? There's strawberries. There's some lettuce that is starting to bolt. This is basically, in my lettuce video when I talk about bolting, this is what happens. See how this is like coming out of this head, this nice romaine head, and there's this center stalk just like poof, and there's flowers on top. That's bolting. So that'll go to seed soon. I'm hoping that the gardener here will save the seeds and grow them again next year, because that would be awesome. Because that was a really nice lettuce variety. So what else do we have? There's a couple of peppers and stuff. They're not really big on like peppers and spicy stuff here, so one of the things I always have to look for is that we have like all of these melons and squash and cucumbers they plant in the box. And sometimes I get lucky and they'll grow up the side panels here. There's one on the front I can show you. And then sometimes they'll grow down and then they'll come across like all down here. Oh, there we go. See it? And then there's little melons that are hanging in there. So you have to keep your eyes open at all times, because otherwise there's like a, you know, 2-foot cucumber that's like not edible anymore. I love this trellising that we do here. Everything is vertical. It's very easily vertical because we have this hardware cloth all the way around the sides to enclose it, as well as across the top. And so what we do is we just have this like, it's like airline hose like you'd use in a fish tank. It's just a really soft, pliable rubber. And then we just come through and wrap the tomato plants around. Just wrap these like, here's a better one. Wrap this like main stem right here, just around. And then they just keep growing up, like you can see right here. They just keep going up and we keep wrapping them, and it just offers really great support for the plant. You can see down here, like there's all of these big fruits hanging on this one, and it's basically being supported by this piece of tubing. And it's nice because you basically can work in just like a bunch more pieces to hang it and support like as the season progresses. Whereas that's really hard with like the stationary in the ground sort of trellising. So sorry the lighting's crazy right now. I'm like literally going to the airport in like 20 minutes and realized that I wanted to show you guys this and I hadn't had a chance to shoot it. So more tomatoes, lots and lots and lots of tomatoes. We got some eggplants. It's all the summer veggies all the time right now because it is summer in South America and it will be for another couple of months. And we did have a really nice go with the dragon tongue beans here. Oh, here's a few. They're just very pretty. They grow so well here. We have trouble with them at home because it's very dry, but here you get a decent amount of humidity. We're probably a kilometer from the ocean, so it's nice and cool and like hot days, but not like crazy hot. So we're just starting to see bolting in the last day or two. And so that's the main garden. Oh, here we go. This is this like a cucumber. It's trellising itself on this wire. So I really love this design. Like it just works well for the space. And also it's very well contained. It's evolved a lot in the last 3 years. As you can see, like all of these beds are mulched with straw so that it doesn't completely dry out. I mean, everything, like I said, is on an automatic timer as far as watering goes. So it's pretty hands-off with the exception of having to like trellis, plant, harvest, just the normal stuff that's hands-on. So there's a few more beds outside. I can show you right here. This is our asparagus bed. We're on year 3 now. We're still getting the nice ferny tops, but next year we're totally going to be throwing asparagus on the parrilla and grilling it up alongside all the asado meats, and it's going to be awesome. Weird experiment of the gardener here. Every year I feel like he has some sort of experiment going on in this particular bed. And this year, it just so happens to be corn. So we didn't get any ears this year. I mean, there's ears on the plants, but they're not ready to eat. So he's going to get a little feast there, I guess, after we leave. And then there was one other thing that he did this year. So, oh, yeah, there's also a greenhouse. Like, totally spoiled. And so this year in the greenhouse, he decided to put in some of the veggies. And so we have this like very healthy, happy looking cucumber plant right here. And you look down, I'll show you. Look at these cukes. Oh, they're just great. They're so yummy. I might have to swipe one of those for lunch. Some sort of melon is just like taking over this entire corner of the greenhouse here. It's nuts. But, I mean, it works. Like, if you can squeeze food into a space like this, like, why not? Oops, sorry, tomato. And so, sort of a similar setup here. We have a planting table in the middle that a lot of stuff is growing in. And then all around the sides, there's the people I work with, they really love orchids and succulents and, like, just that jungle sort of rainforest feeling. So, it's basically set up with, like, a good amount of shade cloth. And all of these, if you can see, let's see. Oh, there's an orchid. But all of these irrigation sprayers and misters so that everything will stay constantly moist in this environment. I actually should sneak a vanilla orchid in here at some point, but I have to figure out if I can get one here or not. Yeah, so here's some more. Some more veggies hiding in the boxes. I just love that. I love there just being like edibles squeezed in between everything. So yeah, that's the garden space that I have to work with here. And then what else can I show you? Oh, we're getting close to like 10 minutes. I may have lost most of you, but oh, I'll show you my other cooking spaces. So this is kind of like a big spread out property, and it's really fun. We'll have friends in the summer and lots of, oh, here, look at these. I also have all these herb boxes on the porch that's just right outside. The door over there is my kitchen. And I have arugula, I have thyme, all the time in the world. I have mint and lemon verbena. I just love it. And so then over here, this is where we normally spend most of our time eating. So we have this big table right here, and you can see there's like the big open space out there. And then over here, I'm just gonna walk you guys around until you're like, what? This is like my favorite spot to cook because we have this adjustable parrilla grill, and we load the wood in here, we make coals, and we rake them across, and we throw whatever I want to cook on there, and you just have like this awesome barbecue experience. It's real great. I don't know how to explain it better than that. I enjoy it though. And there's one more thing, because for any of you guys that have watched a little Chef's Table or read about Francis Mallmann or just like Argentina and Uruguay and this part of South America in general, you can't really get away with having like a legit asado without having something like this. And so this is this giant fire pit that we cook usually whole animals in. Like not alive, but yeah. If that makes sense. And this is the baby horse from last year. Hi, babies. And he's just eating the bushes. Hi, babies. So people just stake the horses out here, and then they just eat your bushes, and then they move them. Alright. I think that's pretty much all of the interesting stuff. There's lots of interesting stuff here, but all of the kind of, you know, quick glimpse into my worlds and why I'm not on the farm making you guys how-to garden videos right now. But hopefully I'll get back soon. I'm gonna head back to New York next and do some cooking there, and then at some point I will get back to the farm and it's gonna be time to start planting seeds. So hopefully you guys will join me then. And I have a few other things stuck in editing that I may try and get out, but until next time, yeah, happy gardening, and hopefully you get some good sunshine and snow melt soon. Alright, bye.